guys, so if you landed on my channel, you obviously want to buy a Huda Beauty foundation. I'm going to give you the gossip as to which one is best, but focusing on the new Huda Beauty Faux Filter Luminous Matte Foundation. So here is the tea, and let me tell you something, girls and guys, they've been lying to you. Yes, they have been omitting some key facts, and you know, I watched countless reviews just to buy it, like to see if it was going to be the right foundation for me, and a lot of them said, oh, it's great, your skin will look amazing, and let's see if they were right. Here it goes. The Huda Beauty collection comes with 3 different foundations. You have the Beauty Faux Filter liquid foundation, which is the original, and then you had the Faux Filter foundation stick with skin finish, and then you have the new luminous Faux Filter Luminous Matte Foundation. The Faux Filter stick came in this lovely little stick foundation kind of dispenser, which I like because you can distinguish it from the other ones, and it's handy, and it's in the beautiful Huda Beauty kind of design. When it came to the original Huda Beauty foundation to the new luminous matte, I was a bit disappointed. This is the original foundation and this is the new one, so the only difference in the packaging was this. So old, new. Unfortunately, side by side they are exactly the same. You see, exactly the same. Only difference is the name at the bottom. That's how you can tell them apart. Let me show you the pump dispensers. Exactly the same, no difference. And I'm sorry, Huda, I was really disappointed. They're hard to distinguish if you use both of them. I want to show you the formulas on my hand. Let's start from the original one. That's the original, the foundation stick, luminous matte. Look, see how this one's dripping down? Yeah, and this one doesn't budge. It's that thick. People say it's not thick, but it is, like, in terms of formula, it's really thick. And look how light and easy to blend that is. So let me show you. This is way too dark because I got that in the summertime. The super high coverage. Look, this is so kind of tacky when you press it, but it's super high coverage, but you'll be surprised with the coverage of the new one and see the difference. Foundation stick is a light to medium coverage. The luminous matte is a medium buildable coverage. It's actually not off the bat full coverage, as they say, it's medium. The original Huda Beauty liquid foundation is completely full coverage off the bat. Since I've been testing it for a month, I can tell you that unfortunately with the Huda Beauty Water Jelly Primer, the Luminous Matte Foundation didn't really do well. So I wouldn't use it if I were you, because it didn't do much for me. Like, I didn't see any benefit, nor did I see any withdrawal. Like, it made absolutely no difference, which was like really a shame. That actually shocked me. If you've got pores, fine lines, and you name it, any inconsistencies in your skin, you're gonna need a pore filler, like, because this new foundation somehow accentuates like the pores. This is how I get the best results. I use a pore filler, I moisturize and do a cleansing routine before I put it on, because it clings to dry skin and then it peels off. Because the problem with this foundation is that the formula dries down so quickly and it kind of sticks to that zone. So you also, when you apply it, you have to like work in zones so it doesn't get like stuck to your face and not blend out. Also, my advice is do not build it up. When I built it up, it felt like I was wearing like similar to the old original foundation. Like, I felt it was so heavy on my face and the texture was insane. I looked like a wax doll. So the best way to use it is with a medium coverage, so just about enough to cover your face, and with a pore filler. That is my best results. So I'm going to show you how I use it. I'm gonna let it set. I got my Luminous Matte Foundation in the shade Toasted Coconut, and let me tell you something about the shades. Unfortunately, I advise you to get color matched by their virtual assistant because the shades do not match the old ones, even though they have 9 extra shades. And let's say they have a shade range that is more friendly to darker skin tones, get colored match because it won't match. It will appear darker, and they also have like different undertones. Mine in Toasted Coconut, and I'm gonna show you the formula. Like, look at that, it does not budge, and the problem is that it sets so quickly that you really have to work fast with it. And that was one pump. So I prefer to use the sponge than the brush. Just gonna do half on my face to show you. But see how quick it's setting. So let me show you close up. So it's covered. Look at the difference. So it's covered the redness. I'm going to show you how it's not completely full coverage. Do you see my beauty spot there? And there you can still see through. So see how I mean that it's medium coverage? It's covered everything that it needed to cover. And trust me when I tell you that you need a pore filler, because I'm not even kidding. They look like mines if I don't put the pore filler. It looks really bad. But I mean, look at already the difference is colossal. It only did half because it dries down so quickly, and I'm not even kidding. It's so hard to blend out. If not, regardless of what the influencer sphere was saying, they lied. But I really love the coverage on just a medium and not full. The full looks crazy. I look literally like a wax doll, and it's not a good look. I really love this concealer. I don't necessarily think the formula is amazing, but I like the applicator because it's nice and fresh, and if you're tired sensory wise, it feels super nice. So I recommend just putting a tiny bit, because a little goes a long way with this concealer. If you want to know why I used a beauty blender instead of the brush, through testing it, I found that because it dries so quick, it kind of leaves the streaks, you know. They said that it was a luminous matte, and unfortunately it's not luminous. It's just matte to satin. If you want to be kind, I'll say satin, but it's still kind of very much matte. The way I make it luminous is by using the Glow Cocoa. Without the pore filler, God help you, unless you have like perfect skin. I'm gonna go in with some bronzer. With a Beauty Easy Bake, just to set the foundation, to make sure that everything is set. But if I were you, I would definitely not bake with this one, because it clings to dry skin. So the last thing you want to do is bake. Don't bake. I'm going to show you close up of how it looks now. So you see how it's a medium coverage, and see, I've really moisturized before this, but see, you can already like see the pores, and I've put pore filler, so you don't want to see what it looks like without. I'll show you the difference when I put the Glow Cocoa. Comes Luminous highlighter. It's a great foundation if you've got like a dinner or something short of an event, but not as a 24-hour foundation, because it really goes downhill after 5-6 hours. Also slightly oxidizes, unfortunately, but you can work around it and make it work. Dry skin, you need to cleanse. I cleanse with my Luna 3 Mini and get rid of all the dry spots, and then I moisturize really well. And for my huge pores, I get a pore filler in there. I'll check back in later. So the reason why I checked in at the 6-hour mark is because I could obviously notice imperfections shining through. Like, it gets worse. I mean, worse than it breaking up and looking so textured. It's oxidized because I look, see? I look tanned, whereas before it was a perfect color match. Just close up. But can you see it's separated there in the crease? So it's settled in the crease and look at the texture now of it. It's rubbed off there. I was out in the rain. Look, it's settled in there. So it's broken up there, if you can see. It's patchy. I want to take it off after this mark because it's only downhill from here. Fortunately, this is the tea on the foundation. Don't get me wrong, I love Huda. The foundation is not mask proof, it's not fully transfer proof, and it's not fully waterproof. It is scent free and it's non-comedogenic for sure. They claim that it's easily blendable, but I can assure you that it's not. They also advise you to mix the stick with that foundation, but I felt that it creates more texture when you add in the stick foundation on top of this one, because it already looks textured as is. So imagine if I pop something on top, it gets even worse. All in all, if you are deciding on purchasing a Huda Beauty foundation, I would consider skin type. So if you're a dry skin type, you're gonna want to go for the foundation stick, because these might not be your best friend if you have dry skin. If you've got oily skin, you might prefer to go for these ones. So they keep oils down quite well, so probably very good for oily skin. I guess if you're in between, you can get either of the foundations, but then again, you have to remember some of the drawbacks and how to best work with them. The original Huda Beauty foundation is great for photographic work, and this is probably the only thing I recommend it for. I don't really recommend it for events because it tends to cake up and separate, and you know, it has a lot of issues concerning the formula, but it's fabulous for shooting, and I really recommend it for shooting. If you want an everyday dewy one, which is on the dewy side, I would go for the foundation stick. The formula is really light, you get a light to medium coverage, and I really like the healthy glow it gives you. It doesn't feel like, you know, like heavy foundation like the usual Huda Beauty foundation. Then as they're saying that it's new and improved, I don't know if it's improved. Yes, it doesn't have fragrance. Yes, it doesn't make you break out, but it doesn't really withstand time. It really deteriorates as a formula. And also, if you don't know how to work from it, and now obviously you do from my video, you will look like a hot mess. I'm not even gonna attempt to put another layer of this and build it up because I looked horrendous. But like this, for a few hours, I'll still look nice and fresh. I feel that it was a product that was rushed. You can tell from the packaging, it's the same. And the formula, to be honest, hasn't changed that much. It's quick drying. You have to know how to work with it, you know. So I don't know, it goes on your preferences. My website post will give you a lot of clarity in writing if you're looking to purchase any of the three. If you suffer from breakouts, I don't recommend the original Huda Beauty liquid foundation, and I don't recommend the stick because that gives me breakouts as well. In terms of the new one, I haven't had issues concerning breakouts. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that it helped you gain some clarity as to what foundation is best for you, for your skin type, and for your budget. You don't want to be splurging on these foundations if they don't match your skin type. If you liked my video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.